The concept of one nation and one election being brought back by Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi is truly applaudable. And we as Janasena, we truly support this initiative. And the reason being is, Modi ji is trying to revive the old age practice or process where our founding fathers had initiated. In 1951-52 general elections and 1957 and 1962 and 67, both parliament and state assemblies elections were held together. The tradition was broken due to premature dissolution of legislative assemblies and the fall of governments. And here again Modi ji, after so many decades, he is trying to revive that old age process, and which is very need of the nation. And even this is not, and Modi ji is trying to bring back the suggestions or committee suggestions by Law Commission under the headed by Sri B.P. Jeevan Reddy. And also election in 1983, the Election Commission also had suggested a system should be made where Lok Sabha and state elections should be held simultaneously. Even Justice B.P. Jeevan Reddy also had said the same thing in 1999 in his report. We should go back to Lok Sabha and Assembly elections as simultaneous, and he also had proposed the same idea. And on 26th November 2020, on Constitution Day, Modi ji has emphasized one more time, people and the entire nation should think about one nation and one election. And we as Janasena, we firmly believe why it should be one nation and one election. A lot of other countries like South Africa and Indonesia and a lot of other countries, I think maybe South Africa, Sweden also, I think. All these countries, a lot of other countries also doing one election and one nation and one election theory being practiced all over. Only we couldn't continue the tradition, and Modi ji is trying to revive that old age tradition, and we as Janasena, we properly support it. And the reasons being, when first general election parliament costed almost, they say 11 crores, that's what they say. By the time it came to parliament elections in 2014, it became 30,000 crores. And by the time it reached 2019, it became 60,000 crores. So the expenditure is going on, doubling, we don't know how many hundreds of times, in multiples it's increasing, and exponentially it is increasing, the cost of electioneering process. And if it happens one-time election in every 5 years for all assemblies and parliament together, I think that would cut down a great expenditure on the country's exchequer. That is one major thing. And majorly on the security forces, the burden will be lessened, and where they could focus on a nation's security, then doing duties for the state elections wherever it is happening. And a major part of the nation is always one major blow is for the nation economic growth is about constantly part of the nation is always in election mode. And we are not able to create, focus on whatever is needed for the youth and for the development or for the economic prosperity. Instead of thinking on these issues, instead of fighting against poverty, instead of thinking all this, we are talking about who's going to win in Karnataka, who's going to win in Kerala. And this debate is diverting from the main issues. I think if you happen one nation, one election, I think this would be curbed, and the rest of the time we could focus on development and poverty and employment and all these issues. That is one. And also for common people, this really brings down a lot of annoyance, or maybe for as a common man, we can see a lot of people, when we move around for electioneering process, really a lot of common people really do suffer a lot. And especially election means electioneering, when you go for, when election means, it means traffic, it means route diversion, it means election rallies, public meetings and arrival of VIPs and whatnot. Every time a part of nation is going through this process, and public are really, it is annoying for them. And I think we can really curb it down, or if it happens only once in 5 years for the entire nation. This is one. And also, if for every state elections or every state, the issue is about religion and caste. Normally in elections, these things would crop up, like communal disharmony or religion, region, it could be religion, it could be caste. And all these issues would be flared up or something. I think if you have one-time election for the entire nation, I think this will it will be minimized to a great extent, which Janasena, we believe in that. And we, as a party, We are in 100% support and wholehearted support for Modi ji's proposal of one nation and one election. We are with Modi ji in this. Jai Hind.